Struggling to fall asleep? Crescent moon tonight, let your mind drift away with the best sleepy stories ever, a 7-hour collection of gentle, comforting tales written by Alexandra Turney, created to help you unwind, relax, and slip peacefully into dreamland. As you listen, you'll be carried through calming worlds of imagination, quiet gardens glowing in moonlight, ancient stories retold in the softest voice, and timeless adventures told at the perfect pace to calm both body and mind. Each story is designed to be non-stimulating, soothing, and endlessly comforting, the perfect companion for bedtime or late-night relaxation. Cherry Blossom Sparkles. Whether you're tucking in after a long day, looking for background storytelling to quiet your thoughts, or simply craving the cozy nostalgia of classic bedtime tales, this collection is for you. Over the next 7 hours, you'll drift through chapter after chapter of calming words and dreamy images, until your eyelids grow heavy and sleep takes you gently by the hand. So snuggle under the blankets, let the day fade away, and allow the best sleepy stories ever to carry you into a night of deep, peaceful rest. Sweet dreams await. Milky Way ZZZ. The first gentle page. The night begins softly. The world outside has quieted. The stars glow above, steady and patient, while the air carries only the calm of evening. You settle into a cozy space, perhaps tucked under a warm blanket, ready to listen. The storyteller opens the very first page, and already the rhythm of the words feels like a lullaby. Nothing here is hurried. Each sentence is drawn slowly, like soft brushstrokes across the canvas of your imagination. This first story is about a small, candlelit room. Inside, shelves of books stretch up toward the ceiling. The scent of paper and ink fills the air. A chair waits by the window, where the moonlight spills across the floor. Sitting in that chair feels like stepping into a memory you've always known but never lived. Crescent moon sparkles. As the words flow, you feel yourself leaning deeper into the story's embrace. There are no sharp edges here, no worries waiting at the corners. Only calm, gentle images that soften the mind and prepare it for the long journey ahead. The first page closes, but already your heart knows, this night will be filled with stories that carry you safely toward rest. Dizzy ZZZ. The Path of Lanterns. As the first gentle page drifts closed, the story unfolds into a new scene. You find yourself on a quiet path lined with small lanterns. Each one glows softly, not bright, but just enough to light the way forward. Their flames flicker like gentle breaths, steady and calming. Candle sparkles. The path is smooth beneath your feet, cushioned as though made of moss. Around you, tall trees rise into the night, their branches swaying lightly in the breeze. They do not feel imposing, instead, they stand like guardians, watching over the quiet traveler who walks this way. The lanterns lead onward, one after another, as though each one is a soft heartbeat guiding you deeper into the night. With every step, your thoughts slow. The day's worries seem to slip away, fading into the shadows between the trees. Somewhere in the distance, an owl calls, not sharp, but low and soothing, like part of the night's song. The air is cool but not cold, wrapping you in its quiet embrace. You continue forward, following the lanterns, trusting that each one will take you to the next place of calm. The path is endless, timeless, a dream carried on a soft, glowing thread. Milky Way ZZZ. The moonlit clearing. The lantern path gently curves and widens, until suddenly the trees part, revealing a clearing bathed in moonlight. Full moon sparkles. The grass here glows with silver dew, each droplet catching the soft light as though sprinkled with stars. At the center of the clearing stands a still pond, its surface so calm that it mirrors the sky above, every star, every cloud, every quiet shimmer of the moon. The air is hushed, filled only with the soft rustle of leaves and the distant song of night creatures. It feels as if the clearing has been waiting just for you, a place untouched by hurry or noise. You step softly into the meadow. The grass bends gently beneath your feet, releasing a faint, sweet scent, a mix of lavender and wild herbs, the kind that soothes the senses and invites the body to rest. Herb ZZZ. By the pond, fireflies rise into the air, glowing in slow, dreamlike patterns. They drift upward, then down, painting the night with their golden trails. The sight is mesmerizing, as if time itself has slowed to match their gentle rhythm. Here, beneath the wide and endless sky, you feel safe. The clearing becomes a cradle of calm, holding you softly in its arms. Crescent moon sparkles. The ancient stone bridge. From the edge of the moonlit clearing, a pathway appears, soft grass giving way to smooth cobblestones. It leads gently to an ancient stone bridge, arched gracefully over a stream that glimmers with moonlight. Bridge at night sparkles. The bridge is weathered but strong, its stones cool. To the touch, warmed only by centuries of quiet footsteps. Vines trail along its sides, dotted with tiny white blossoms that release a faint, sweet fragrance. The air here feels older, wiser, as though the bridge itself remembers every dreamer who has ever crossed it. Beneath, the stream flows softly, not rushing but murmuring like a lullaby. Its surface shimmers with starlight, carrying reflections of the night sky downstream. The sound blends with the hush of the breeze, weaving together a melody of peace. Milky Way ZZZ. As you step onto the bridge, the world around you seems to quiet even further. Each step feels slower, more deliberate, as though time itself has softened. The stones glow faintly beneath your feet, guiding you across. Halfway across, you pause. The view is breathtaking. The moon hangs low, the forest sleeps, and the stream sings its timeless song. Crossing this bridge feels like leaving behind the waking world and entering the heart of dreams. Crescent moon sparkles. The dreamlike village. Stepping off the ancient stone bridge, you find yourself standing at the edge of a village unlike any other. Cherry blossom sparkles. The houses here are small and welcoming, built from wood and stone, each one glowing with the soft light of lanterns hanging by the doors. Their rooftops curve gently, almost as if they were smiling, and smoke rises lazily from chimneys, carrying the scent of fresh bread and herbs into the night air. Crescent moon house with garden. The cobblestone streets wind quietly through the village, lined with flower boxes overflowing with blossoms that shimmer faintly under the moonlight. A soft hush fills the air, not silence, but the gentle murmur of a place at peace. Now and then, a window glows warmly, and shadows move gently inside, families preparing for rest, children tucking into bed, and candles being blown out one by one. In the distance, you hear the faint strum of a lute, its melody slow and soothing, drifting through the quiet streets like a lullaby. Musical notes sparkles. As you walk deeper into the village, a sense of belonging settles over you. It doesn't feel like a strange place at all, it feels like home, like somewhere you were always meant to find. The dreamlike village welcomes you not with words, but with warmth, offering you comfort as you continue your journey deeper into dreams. Milky Way ZZZ. The fountain of old dreams. At the heart of the dreamlike village lies a fountain unlike any other. Its basin is carved from smooth stone, worn soft by time, and in the moonlight it glows with a pale silver light. The water does not rush or splash, instead, it rises in slow arcs, as if lifted gently by unseen hands, before falling back with the quietest sigh. Milky Way droplet sparkles. Around the fountain, benches of polished wood invite travelers to pause. The villagers say this is the fountain of old dreams, where memories and stories that once filled the night are carried in the water's gentle song. If you listen closely, you can almost hear them, laughter like bells, whispers of long-forgotten wishes, and the soft lull of voices telling bedtime tales. The child in the story leans closer, peering into the glowing pool. For a moment, the water ripples and reflects not only the moon, but also tiny fragments of dreams, a kite soaring in the sky, a cozy cottage by the fire, a journey across endless fields of stars. Each image appears for only a heartbeat before melting away again. Crescent moon dizzy. The air here is warm and calming. A breeze carries the faint scent of jasmine and roses, mingling with the sound of the fountain until it feels like the entire village is breathing in rhythm with your rest. The fountain of old dreams does not ask for anything. It simply reminds you that every dream you've ever had is still safe, waiting to comfort you whenever you close your eyes. Cherry blossom ZZZ. The path of glowing fields. Beyond the fountain, a quiet lane opens into a vast stretch of fields. At first, they look like ordinary meadows, but as the child steps forward, the flowers begin to glow. Cherry blossom sparkles. Every blade of grass shimmers faintly with silver light, and the blossoms, lavender, daisies, and tiny wild roses, shine softly in shades of pale gold, lilac, and blue. The entire field seems to breathe with gentle radiance, as if the earth itself is dreaming. Milky Way herb. The path winds through the glowing fields, curving gently like a ribbon under the moon. Fireflies float lazily above, their golden sparks blending with the light of the blossoms. Each step feels lighter than the last, as though the ground is lifting you softly, guiding you deeper into rest. Somewhere in the distance, the sound of a nightingale drifts across the fields. Its song is slow, calm, and filled with tenderness. The notes rise and fall like waves, mingling with the scent of lavender carried on the cool breeze. Musical notes zzz. As the child pauses to take in the view, they notice that the glowing blossoms seem to sway in rhythm with their breath, as though the field itself is alive, watching over them, keeping them safe. Walking here feels like moving through a dream woven from starlight and peace. Each step down the path of glowing fields brings the child closer to the heart of sleep itself. Crescent moon sparkles. The river of moonlight. The glowing fields slowly fade into soft grass that slopes downward, leading to the edge of a quiet river. But this is no ordinary river, it shimmers as though made of liquid moonlight. Milky Way water wave sparkles. The water flows gently, smooth and unhurried, its surface glowing with silver ripples. Each wave carries tiny sparkles, like pieces of stars drifting downstream. The sound is soft and steady, the perfect lullaby for anyone who pauses to listen. The child steps closer, kneeling by the bank. The air is cool, carrying the scent of fresh water and wildflowers. When they reach out, the surface reflects their face, but with a magical glow, as if their reflection belongs not to the waking world, but to the world of dreams. A small wooden boat rests nearby, tied to a post carved from crystal. Its lantern glows warmly, inviting the child to climb in. The boat rocks gently, and as it drifts into the current, the river carries them slowly onward. Crescent moon speedboat dizzy. The ride is calm, the only sounds being the soft splash of water and the steady hum of night. Fireflies hover above the boat, lighting the way as the moon reflects in the river like a silver path to infinity. The dream river asks nothing, hurries nowhere, it simply carries the child deeper into calm, like a cradle rocking them toward sleep. Cherry blossom zzz. The island of whispering trees. The little boat drifts quietly, following the silver river of moonlight until the child notices something ahead. Out of the glowing water rises a small island, soft and green, as though it had been placed gently in the middle of the river just for dreamers. Seedling sparkles. The boat nudges the shore, and the child steps out, their feet sinking into cool moss. All around, tall slender trees sway ever so slightly in the night air. But instead of creaking or rustling, their leaves whisper softly, as though telling stories carried from long ago. Deciduous tree thought balloon. Each tree seems to hold a memory. One speaks of gentle rain that fell for 7 nights and filled the loch nearby. Another recalls the laughter of children who once napped beneath its shade. Some whisper of adventures, others of quiet evenings when stars gathered above. Milky Way herb. The child listens closely, realizing that every whisper feels soothing, like a lullaby woven into words. The voices are never loud, never hurried, just gentle murmurs that drift through the air like a breeze. At the heart of the island, a circle of trees surrounds a glowing pool of water. The pool reflects not only the moon above but also dreams waiting to be lived. The whispers guide the child closer, promising peace, safety, and deep rest. Crescent moon ZZZ. Here, time feels slower, as though the world has paused to let the child breathe, listen, and sink deeper into calm. The dreaming pool. The circle of whispering trees leans protectively around the glowing pool, their branches arching like a cathedral ceiling made of leaves. Deciduous tree sparkles. The child kneels beside the water, curious, drawn to its soft light. The surface is perfectly still, yet it glimmers with shifting colors, silver, pale blue, and the faintest gold, as though starlight has melted into the water. Milky Way droplet. Each ripple seems alive, holding a memory, a dream, or a hope. The child gently dips a hand into the pool. The water is neither cold nor warm. It feels like silk and carries a hum, a vibration, like a heartbeat of the dream world itself. Dizzy. As the child touches it, images unfold across the water's surface. A soft meadow filled with sleeping animals. A cozy cottage where firelight flickers. A starry sky stretching endlessly, calm and safe. Each image drifts by slowly, like clouds moving across the sky, inviting the child to choose which dream to enter. Crescent moon house with garden sparkles. The whispers of the trees grow softer, encouraging. Rest, little one, drift, little one. Their voices are almost like a lullaby now, guiding the child closer to slumber. The pool's glow begins to surround the child, wrapping them in gentle light. For a moment, they feel weightless, as though they could float away into whichever dream calls to their heart. Here, in the dreaming pool, the journey deepens, and sleep becomes a soft, welcoming tide. Cherry blossom ZZZ. The first dream world. As the child gazes into the glowing pool, one dream begins to shine brighter than the others. It is a vision of a meadow at twilight, bathed in soft lavender light. Cherry blossom Milky Way. The grass sways gently, and tiny glowing creatures, part firefly and part star, dance above the field. The child leans closer, and suddenly, the surface of the pool ripples like an open door. Without fear, they step forward, and in an instant, they are standing in the meadow itself. Herb sparkles. The air is warm and sweet, filled with the scent of wildflowers. In the distance, a family of deer grazes quietly, their ears flicking as though they are listening to the soft hum of night. Rabbits peek from burrows, their eyes calm, reflecting the starlight. Dear rabbit. A gentle path winds through the grass, leading toward a hill crowned with a single great tree. Its branches glow faintly, filled with silver blossoms that never fall. The child feels drawn to it, each step lighter, as if the dream itself carries them forward. Deciduous tree dizzy. The meadow is calm, endless, and safe. Here, there are no worries, no hurry, only the quiet rhythm of nature singing the world to sleep. The child realizes something magical. This is a dream chosen by their heart, a place that belongs only to them, where they can return whenever they need rest. Crescent moon ZZZ. The glowing tree. At the top of the gentle hill, the child finally reaches the great glowing tree. Its trunk is wide and ancient, with bark that shimmers faintly like polished silver. Deciduous tree sparkles, each branch is covered in blossoms that glow softly, like tiny lanterns swaying in the night breeze. As the child stands beneath its branches, the air feels warmer, wrapped in calm. The petals glow brighter whenever the child breathes slowly, as if the tree is listening to their heartbeat and responding with light. Dizzy. The child rests against the trunk, and the tree hums quietly, like a lullaby. With every hum, a petal drifts downward, glowing as it falls. When it touches the ground, it transforms into a tiny spark of memory, a soft voice, a happy laugh, the comfort of a warm blanket, the sound of rain against a window. Cloud with rain, cherry blossom. The tree seems to hold every soothing moment ever felt. It shares them freely, reminding the child that rest has always been close, waiting patiently. Above, the silver blossoms sway gently, as though the branches are reaching toward the stars. The child feels safe, wrapped in stillness, and begins to drift, as though the tree itself is a cradle rocking them deeper into dreams. Crescent moon ZZZ. The secret doorway. As the child rests against the glowing tree, they notice something unusual. At the base of the trunk, where the roots twist and curl, a hollow archway begins to shimmer with light. Deciduous tree sparkles. It looks like a doorway, not carved, but formed naturally by the tree itself. The air around it hums softly, the same gentle lullaby the tree has been singing all along. Dizzy. The blossoms above sway more brightly now, and one drifts downward, glowing as it lands in the child's hand. The petal pulses with warmth, as though inviting them forward. Cherry blossom. When the child steps closer, the doorway expands, its frame woven with vines that sparkle like starlight. Through the arch, a faint glow reveals a path, winding, soft, and endless, leading deeper into the world of dreams. Crescent moon Milky Way. The whispers of the meadow fade, replaced by a softer sound, like the rustle of silk sheets, the hush of waves against the shore, and the steady rhythm of breath. All together, it feels like the sound of sleep itself. Sleeping face sparkles. The child takes a slow breath, holds the glowing petal close, and steps through the doorway. At once, the world changes, and a new, deeper dream begins. Shooting star ZZZ. The starlit garden. Stepping through the shimmering doorway, the child finds themselves standing in a breathtaking garden beneath the stars. Milky Way herb sparkles. The path is soft beneath their feet, lined with glowing moss that lights the way like tiny lanterns. Around them bloom flowers of every color, but these are no ordinary flowers. Each petal glows faintly, holding the light of a different star. Some shimmer in silver, others in soft gold, and a few shine with a pale lavender glow, like the evening sky at dusk. Cherry blossom shooting star. The air carries the scent of night-blooming jasmine and fresh rain, calming and cool. Fireflies drift lazily, mingling with the glowing blossoms, making it hard to tell where the flowers end and the stars begin. In the center of the garden stands a fountain, its water trickling gently, sounding like a lullaby. The water sparkles as though starlight itself is flowing from the sky into the fountain, and then spilling back into the earth. Crescent moon droplet. The child kneels beside it, listening. Each droplet seems to whisper kind words: rest, dream, breathe, sleep. As they close their eyes for a moment, the garden itself seems to breathe with them, every light and every petal swaying in rhythm, like a heart beating softly in the night. Sparkling heart. Here, in the starlit garden, the child feels lighter, calmer, and wrapped in peace, as if the stars themselves have promised to watch over their sleep. Milky Way ZZZ. The hidden star path. The fountain's gentle trickle soothes the child like a lullaby. Crescent moon droplet, they lean closer, watching as the glowing water ripples softly. Then, something catches their eye. Within the fountain's pool, tiny points of light begin to gather, forming a faint, shimmering trail. The lights stretch outward from the fountain, flowing across the garden floor until they become a path made of stars. Sparkles Milky Way. Each step of the path glows brighter as the child draws near, as if the stars are waiting to be walked upon. The child feels no fear, only a soft pull in their heart, as though the dream is gently guiding them forward. With slow, careful steps, they place a foot on the glowing trail. It holds them easily, firm yet weightless, like walking on a cloud. Cloud shooting star, the garden fades behind them, though its fragrance of jasmine and rain lingers in the air. The path leads upward, higher and higher, until the child is walking among the stars themselves. Planets glimmer faintly in the distance, and shooting stars sweep silently across the horizon, painting streaks of silver light. Globe showing Europe, Africa dizzy. Here, the child feels even lighter, as though each step releases a little more of their waking world, leaving only calm, only rest, only dreams. Milky Way ZZZ. The star path stretches onward, promising new wonders with every glowing step. The celestial bridge. The glowing star path winds gently upward until the child notices something ahead, a magnificent bridge made of light. Milky Way bridge at night sparkles. It arches gracefully across the sky, formed from countless shimmering stars woven together like threads of silver silk. Each star twinkles softly, guiding the way forward. Below the bridge lies an endless sea of clouds, glowing faintly with moonlight. Cloud crescent moon. The child steps carefully onto the celestial bridge. It feels solid and strong, yet weightless, as if it were made from dreams themselves. With every step, the bridge hums gently, producing a soothing sound like a harp being played far away. Musical notes dizzy. Halfway across, the child pauses to gaze around. The universe stretches endlessly, filled with constellations that seem alive, shifting and swirling slowly as though they, too, are part of the dream. Shooting star. Some constellations sparkle brighter, forming shapes of guardians, a lion, a bird, a great whale, each seeming to watch protectively over the path. Lion face, dove, whale. The bridge leads onward, not hurriedly, but calmly, inviting the child to take their time. Every step feels like a deeper breath, every star like a whisper of reassurance. You are safe. You are resting. You are dreaming. Milky Way ZZZ. At the far end of the bridge, a new glow awaits, the entrance to another realm of dreams, brighter and even more mysterious. The moonlit palace. At the end of the celestial bridge, the child steps onto a platform of smooth, glowing stone. Ahead rises a breathtaking sight, a palace bathed in moonlight. Crescent moon castle sparkles. Its towers shimmer like crystal, reaching high into the starry sky. The walls glimmer with silver patterns that shift like flowing water, and the great gates glow softly as though welcoming the child inside. Milky Way bridge at night. The air is cool and still, carrying the faint sound of bells that chime gently in the distance. Each note lingers, soft and clear, like a lullaby echoing across the night. Bell dizzy. As the gates open, the child steps into vast halls lined with pillars of pearl. The floor beneath shines like polished glass, reflecting the glow of lanterns that float gently in the air. These lanterns carry no flames, only pure moonlight. Full moon sparkles. In the center of the hall rests a fountain made of crystal, its water falling in slow, shimmering streams. The sound is calm, steady, like the heartbeat of the palace itself. droplet crescent moon. The palace feels empty, yet never lonely. It is alive with peace, every corner whispering rest. The child walks slowly, knowing this is a place built not of stone, but of dreams, a sanctuary where sleep reigns. Cherry blossom ZZZ. At the far end of the hall, a staircase of glowing marble spirals upward, leading to chambers hidden above. The child knows something magical awaits at the top. The Moon Queen. The child climbs the glowing marble staircase, each step lit softly by lanterns of silver light. Full moon sparkles at the very top. They reach a grand chamber whose walls seem to be made of the night sky itself, filled with drifting stars and a gentle glow. Milky Way dizzy. In the center of the chamber stands a figure, the Moon Queen. She is tall and graceful, draped in flowing robes of pale silver that shimmer like water under starlight. Her crown is a delicate crescent moon, glowing softly above her brow. Crown crescent moon. Her presence is not overwhelming, but comforting, like the warmth of a blanket or the hush of night after a long day. The child feels immediately safe, as if they have always known her. Cherry blossom. With a gentle smile, the Moon Queen speaks, her voice calm and musical. Welcome, dream traveler. You have followed the star path well. Here, in my palace, no worry can find you. Here, only peace remains, crescent moon sparkles. She raises her hand, and tiny motes of light drift down, surrounding the child like fireflies. Each spark hums softly, carrying feelings of calm, rest, and deep safety. Dizzy. The Moon Queen bends slightly, meeting the child's gaze. Every dream you walk will carry you deeper into rest. You are never alone. The stars, the river, and the trees will always guide you back. The child feels warmth settle in their chest, as though the Queen's words have planted a seed of peace that will always remain. Milky Way sparkling heart. The gift of dreams. The Moon Queen lifts her hand gracefully, and from the starlit air above, a soft glow begins to form. Sparkles crescent moon slowly, the light gathers into a small, delicate object, a talisman shaped like a crescent moon. It shimmers gently, not too bright, but calm and steady, like a nightlight glowing in a peaceful room. Milky Way dizzy. She places it into the child's hands, and the talisman feels warm, humming softly like a heartbeat. As the child holds it closer, they notice that the glow changes with their breath, brighter when they inhale, softer when they exhale, reminding them to breathe slowly, calmly, deeply. Wind face sparkling heart. This is my gift to you, the Moon Queen whispers, her voice like music. Whenever you carry it, your path will remain clear. It will keep fears away, soothe your heart, and remind you that rest is always within reach. Cherry blossom sparkles. The talisman pulses once, sending a wave of comfort through the child, wrapping them like a blanket of moonlight. Every worry seems to melt away, leaving only stillness and peace. The queen smiles gently. "Now, little dreamer, continue your journey. New wonders await, and this light will guide you there." Crescent moon ZZZ. The chamber doors open silently, revealing another path that glows like silver mist, waiting to be explored. The moonlit garden of lullabies. With the glowing talisman resting gently in their hands, the child steps through the silver mist. Crescent moon sparkles slowly, the world around them takes shape, and they find themselves standing in a breathtaking garden bathed in moonlight. Cherry blossom Milky Way. Every flower in this garden seems alive with sound. When the breeze moves through the petals, they do not rustle, they sing. Soft, gentle notes drift through the air, blending into melodies that sound like lullabies. Musical notes dizzy. A patch of lavender hums a steady, soothing rhythm. A cluster of roses sings in soft, bell-like tones. And the tall, white lilies sway as though rocking themselves to sleep, their voices whispering low and sweet. Cherry blossom ZZZ. The child wanders slowly through the glowing paths, each step surrounded by music. It feels as though the garden is alive, welcoming them with a chorus meant only for dreamers. Above, the stars join in, twinkling in harmony with the flowers' songs. Fireflies dance gently through the air, moving to the rhythm, while the moon shines brighter, watching tenderly over the garden. Full moon sparkles. At the heart of the garden stands a stone bench. The child sits, the talisman glowing softly in their lap, and listens. The lullabies wrap around them like a blanket, filling every corner of their being with peace. Here, it feels impossible not to drift into deeper rest. The garden itself seems to whisper, "Sleep, little one, dream, little one, Milky Way sparkling heart." The singing bird of dreams. As the child listens to the lullabies of the moonlit garden, a new sound begins to rise above the gentle voices of the flowers. Musical note sparkles. It is sweeter, clearer, like a melody woven with starlight. The child looks up and sees a small bird, glowing faintly like a candle flame. Its feathers shimmer in shades of silver and blue, and its eyes sparkle with kindness. Dove Milky Way. The bird perches on the branch of a jasmine tree, singing a song that feels both new and familiar. Each note drifts through the air like soft rain, calming the heart and steadying the breath. The flowers pause, listening as though even they know this is a song of dreams. Cherry blossom dizzy. The child reaches out, and the bird flutters closer, landing gently on their shoulder. Its song continues, but now the child understands. It is not only music, it is guidance. The bird's melody paints pictures in the air, a path of glowing feathers leading beyond the garden, winding through starlit fields, toward a land of even deeper dreams. Crescent moon sparkles. The bird tilts its head, as if asking, "Shall we go on?" With the talisman glowing warmly in their hands, the child nods. The bird spreads its wings, sending a shower of silver sparks into the air. Together, they begin to follow the dream song into the night. Milky Way ZZZ. The field of floating lanterns. The bird of dreams flutters ahead, its silver-blue feathers glowing gently in the night. Dove sparkles, the child follows, their steps light upon the glowing path, until the garden fades and a new wonder appears. Stretching out before them is a vast field filled with floating lanterns. Wind chime Milky Way, each lantern drifts just above the ground, glowing softly in shades of gold, rose, and pale lavender. They move slowly, as if carried by an invisible breeze, weaving patterns of calm light across the field. The child walks carefully among them. Whenever they pass close, the lanterns hum faintly, releasing warm waves of comfort, like a hug, like the sound of a gentle lullaby. Crescent moon sparkling heart. Some lanterns drift higher into the air, joining the stars above, while others hover low, close enough to touch. When the child brushes their fingers against one, it glows brighter and releases a memory, the laughter of a friend, the warmth of a fire, the peaceful hush of rain. Cloud with rain, glowing star. The bird perches on a lantern for a moment, its song weaving. With the soft hums, creating music that fills the entire field. It feels as if the lanterns themselves are alive, watching kindly, guiding silently. The child realizes that each lantern carries not just light, but dreams of gentle rest, waiting to be shared with those who wander here. With every step, the field becomes calmer, quieter, like a heartbeat slowing before deep sleep. Milky Way ZZZ. The Bridge of Light. As the child continues walking through the lantern field, they notice a gentle glow forming at the far edge. At first, it looks like the lanterns are gathering together, drifting closer, weaving their light into a single shape. Sparkles. Slowly, that shape becomes clear. It is a bridge of pure light, glowing softly like moonbeams woven into a path. Crescent moon bridge. At night the bridge rises gracefully over a quiet stream that wasn't there a moment ago, as if the dream itself had created it just for the traveler. The water below flows without a sound, smooth as glass, reflecting the stars and lanterns above. The child leans closer and sees their reflection smiling back, calm, peaceful, and a little braver than before. Milky Way droplet. The bird of dreams flutters ahead, landing gently on the bridge. It looks back, as if inviting the child forward. The moment the child steps onto the glowing path, the bridge hums softly, vibrating with warmth beneath their feet. Each step feels lighter, as though the bridge is carrying them rather than the other way around. Crossing slowly, the child feels a deep stillness. The stream below seems to wash away every worry, every lingering thought, leaving only quiet. Herb sparkles. By the time they reach the other side, the air feels softer, scented faintly with wildflowers and rain. They have stepped into a new part of the dream world, where something even more magical awaits. The Valley of Whispering Wildflowers. On the other side of the Bridge of Light, the child finds themselves standing at the edge of a vast valley. The ground dips gently, rolling into waves of soft meadows that glow under the starlight. The air carries the sweetest scent of wildflowers, mixed with the freshness of night rain. Herb cherry blossom. As the child steps forward, they notice something unusual. The flowers sway, not just in the breeze, but as though they are whispering to one another. Blossom leaf fluttering in wind, a soft hush flows across the valley, like a chorus of gentle voices. If the child listens closely, the whispers almost sound like words, kind, comforting phrases that feel as though the flowers are singing just for them. The petals shimmer with tiny specks of light, glowing faintly like starlight caught in their colors. Bluebells hum softly, daisies murmur laughter, and tall lavender plants hum lullabies. The sound is so delicate, it feels like the valley itself is breathing in rhythm with the night. Crescent moon sparkles. The bird of dreams perches on a tall flower stem, bowing its head as though to honor the meadow's quiet magic. The child sits among the blossoms, letting the whispers wash over them. With each passing moment, they feel more relaxed, more safe, as if the flowers are carrying their worries away on invisible threads of sound. In this valley, silence isn't empty. It's full of gentle voices of nature, reminding the child that they are never truly alone. Dizzy cherry blossom. The hidden golden nest. Deep within the valley of whispering wildflowers, the child notices a faint shimmer, something brighter than the starlit petals. At first, it looks like just another cluster of blossoms, but as they draw closer, they see it, a golden nest, tucked gently between tall lavender stems. Sparkles. The nest glows as though it has been woven from threads of sunlight, even though the night sky stretches above. Each strand glimmers with warmth, like it remembers the light of every dawn it has ever seen. Inside, instead of eggs, there are tiny glowing orbs, little dream seeds, pulsing softly like heartbeats. Yellow heart crescent moon. The bird of dreams flutters down and settles on the edge of the nest. It dips its beak into one of the glowing orbs, and instantly, the orb bursts into a soft wisp of light that drifts into the air. The child gasps quietly as the wisp turns into a miniature dream, a scene unfolding like a delicate picture in the night sky, children laughing, rivers flowing, stars shining over rooftops. Each orb holds a different dream, waiting for someone to discover it. Some are playful, others calm, some filled with wonder. The child feels an irresistible urge to touch one, and when they do, a gentle warmth fills their chest, as though the dream has chosen to live inside them. Milky Way dizzy. The bird chirps softly, as if to say, These are gifts, keep them safe. They are the seeds of your own imagination. The child realizes this nest is not just hidden in the valley, it is hidden within themselves, too, a reminder that they carry endless dreams wherever they go. The pond of reflection. Beyond the golden nest, the whispering wildflowers part like a curtain, revealing a narrow path. The child follows it until they come upon a clearing where a crystal-clear pond rests quietly in the meadow. Milky Way droplet. The surface of the water is so still that it looks like polished glass, reflecting the stars above with breathtaking clarity. The child kneels beside it, peering into its depths. At first, they see only their own reflection, calm, soft-eyed, glowing faintly with starlight. But then, something magical begins to happen. The water shifts and ripples gently, not from wind, but from the pond itself. Images begin to appear. The child sees scenes from their past, moments of laughter, times when they felt safe, small victories that once made them proud. Dizzy, they also see faces of loved ones, smiling gently, sending warmth across the water like ripples of memory. The pond doesn't just reflect what is, it reflects what matters. Each ripple seems to whisper, "You are stronger than you realize. You are never truly alone. You are part of every good moment you've lived." Crescent moon sparkles. The child leans closer, touched by the peaceful images. And then, the pond shows something new, not the past, but a hint of the future, golden pathways, new dreams, and adventures waiting to unfold. It is a gentle promise that life will keep flowing forward, like water. The bird of dreams dips its wings into the pond, scattering tiny droplets of silver light into the air. The child feels calmer, as though their heart has been washed clean. The pond has given them not just reflection, but reassurance. Herb droplet. The river of time. Leaving the pond of reflection behind, the child follows a trail lined with glowing stones until the soft sound of flowing water reaches their ears. Soon, they arrive at the banks of a gentle, winding river. Its current is slow and steady, gliding through the dreamland like liquid silver beneath the starlight. Milky Way droplet. This is no ordinary river. As the child gazes into the water, they notice that each droplet carries tiny flickers of light, moving images, like memories floating downstream. The river carries moments, some from long ago, some from far away, and some that have not yet come to pass. Sparkles hourglass not done. The child kneels and dips their hand into the stream. The water feels cool and soothing, wrapping around their fingers like silk. For a brief moment, the current pauses, and the images slow. The child sees their own laughter as a baby, their first steps, the warmth of a hug, the glow of a lantern, the whispers of the wildflowers, and the golden nest they just discovered. Every memory is connected, flowing like the river itself. The bird of dreams perches on a smooth stone by the bank. It tilts its head, as if reminding the child, time is gentle here. You don't have to rush. Everything unfolds when it's meant to. Crescent moon dizzy. The river hums softly, like a lullaby made of centuries, carrying away worries with each wave. Watching it, the child feels lighter, as though their heart has aligned with the steady rhythm of time itself. They take a deep breath, knowing this river is eternal, a reminder that life flows forward with grace, and every moment has its place in the great current of dreams. Water wave sparkles. The Star Bridge. The child continues along the bank of the river of time until they notice something breathtaking. Stretching across the river is a bridge made entirely of stars. Milky Way sparkles. The arch glows like silver threads woven together, each star twinkling as if it were alive. The bridge doesn't look built, it looks grown, as though the night sky itself reached down to create a pathway. The child steps closer, hesitating for a moment. The first star beneath their foot flickers gently, but instead of sinking, it grows brighter, steady and warm. Encouraged, they take another step, and then another, until they are walking across a sky-made bridge. From this height, the child looks down at the river of time. The water sparkles with flowing memories, while above, the real stars shimmer in perfect harmony with the ones under their feet. It feels like walking between two skies, one below, one above. Crescent moon shooting star. The bird of dreams soars ahead, leaving a trail of glowing dust that drifts like falling snow. The child follows, each step filling them with calm, as though the bridge carries not only their body but also their spirit. Halfway across, the child pauses. For a moment, everything is silent. The river below stops flowing, the stars stop twinkling, and even the air feels still. Then, the bridge itself whispers, in a voice softer than a sigh. You are safe. You are guided. Keep walking, and the dream will open before you. The words linger like a lullaby, wrapping the child in peace. They smile, take a deep breath, and continue across, ready for whatever wonders wait on the far side. Milky Way dizzy. The meadow of moonlit feathers. On the other side of the star bridge, the child steps into a breathtaking sight, a meadow that seems endless, stretching far into the horizon under the silver glow of the moon. Crescent moon sparkles. But instead of grass, the ground is blanketed with soft feathers, pale and shimmering as though dipped in moonlight. Each step the child takes is soundless, cushioned by the delicate layer beneath their feet. The feathers rustle faintly, like whispers in a dream, creating a melody softer than a lullaby. The child bends down to pick one up. As their fingers brush the feather's edge, it glows warmly and drifts into the air, floating gently like snow. The feather dissolves into a tiny spark of light, joining the countless others hovering in the meadow. Milky Way dove. The bird of dreams flutters low, brushing its wings across the feathers. Wherever it touches, the feathers shimmer brighter, releasing soothing waves of calm. It seems as though each feather carries a fragment of forgotten peace, dreams of quiet nights, safe embraces, and the comfort of stillness. The child lies down among them, the softness cradling their body like the coziest bed. Looking up, they see the feathers reflecting the stars above, making it feel as if the sky has come down to rest beside them. Dizzy. A gentle breeze stirs the meadow, and all the feathers lift together, swirling in a slow dance. For a moment, it feels like the child is floating too, light as air, wrapped in moonlit calm. In this meadow, time seems to disappear. There is only comfort, silence, and the soft embrace of a dream. Crescent moon. The ancient oak of dreams. As the child rises from the meadow of moonlit feathers, they see a silhouette in the distance, vast, strong, and timeless. Walking closer, they realize it is an ancient oak tree, taller and wider than any tree they have ever seen. Deciduous tree sparkles. Its branches stretch high into the sky, weaving together with the stars as though they are part of the same constellation. The trunk is broad and glowing faintly with golden patterns, as if carved by dreams themselves. Each root winds deep into the earth, steady and eternal, carrying the strength of countless ages. When the child places their hand against the bark, the oak hums softly, not in words, but in feelings. Warmth flows through their arm, into their heart, filling them with calm and safety. The tree seems to whisper, "I have been here long before you, and I will remain long after. You are held. You are part of this forever, Milky Way dizzy." The bird of dreams lands on one of the oak's branches, singing a low, soothing note. In response, the oak shimmers, releasing a gentle rain of golden leaves. Each leaf drifts slowly, glowing brighter as it falls, before dissolving into tiny sparks of light. The child sits beneath the tree, resting against its sturdy roots. It feels like leaning against the heart of the world itself. The oak breathes with them, slow and steady, grounding their spirit while lifting their dreams higher than the stars. Herb Crescent Moon. Here, in the shade of the ancient oak, the child knows they have reached a sacred place, a place of balance, strength, and infinite peace. The doorway of roots. As the child rests beneath the ancient oak, they notice something unusual at the base of its wide trunk. The thick roots, twisted and strong, form a kind of archway, glowing faintly with silver light. At first, it seems like just a natural shape, but as the child leans closer, they realize it is a doorway, hidden within the roots themselves. Milky Way herb. The arch pulses gently, like a heartbeat, inviting the child to step forward. Curious but calm, they reach out. The moment their fingers brush the glowing roots, the doorway stirs, parting slowly like curtains of light. A warm breeze flows from within, carrying the scent of earth, rain, and starlight. Sparkles crescent moon. The bird of dreams flutters down, perching on the edge of the archway. It chirps softly, encouraging the child to enter. With a deep breath, they step inside. The roots close gently behind them, and suddenly, the world changes. Instead of darkness, the child finds themselves walking through a tunnel lined with glowing veins, like rivers of light running along the wood. The walls hum quietly, a soothing rhythm that feels like the oak's steady heartbeat. As they move deeper, the tunnel widens into a chamber. At its center glows a pool of golden light, rippling gently as though it is alive. The child kneels beside it and sees reflections of hidden dreams, the ones too quiet to be remembered in waking life, now flickering back to life in shimmering patterns. The bird dips its beak into the pool, sending ripples outward that form soft lullaby-like tones. The chamber feels sacred, like stepping inside the very soul of the dream world. Deciduous tree dizzy. The child realizes this doorway is not just an entrance into the oak, it is an entrance into themselves, into the deepest, most peaceful part of their spirit. The staircase of starlight. From the glowing chamber within the oak, the child notices another gentle light forming at the far end. As they walk closer, the walls of roots curve upward, revealing something extraordinary, a staircase made of pure starlight, spiraling higher and higher into the unknown. Sparkles Milky Way. Each step shimmers. Like glass dusted with silver, solid yet weightless underfoot. The staircase rises as if it has no end, glowing brighter with every step. The child places a foot carefully on the first step, and immediately, the starlight hums softly, carrying them upward with ease. Crescent moon dizzy. The bird of dreams flutters ahead, its wings scattering sparks of golden light, guiding the way. With every step, the child feels lighter, as though they are leaving behind not only the oak's chamber but also every worry, every heavy thought. The higher they climb, the calmer they become. Looking down, the child sees the glowing chamber slowly fading, becoming smaller, until it looks like a single lantern far below. Above them, the staircase winds into infinity, each turn revealing a deeper canvas of stars. Shooting star. The air changes as they climb, it feels thinner, fresher, like breathing in pure moonlight. The silence here isn't empty, it is full of comfort, like the universe itself is listening. When the child pauses on one step, they notice that the starlight beneath their feet shows visions, dreams of journeys yet to come, promises of peace, laughter, and love waiting ahead. Each step is not just a stair, it is a blessing, a reminder that every path leads somewhere beautiful. The child continues upward, heart steady, ready to discover what lies at the very top of this staircase of dreams. Milky Way herb. The celestial garden. At the top of the staircase of starlight, the child steps into a breathtaking realm, a celestial garden, floating among the stars. Milky Way cherry blossom. Here, the ground glows with soft silver grass that shimmers like woven moonlight. Flowers bloom in impossible colors, petals shaped like tiny galaxies, blossoms that pulse gently like breathing stars. Each plant hums with a quiet note, together forming a melody that fills the air like a lullaby sung by the cosmos itself. Sparkles crescent moon. In the center of the garden stands a fountain, its water sparkling with constellations. The streams rise and fall in graceful arcs, breaking into droplets that scatter like diamonds, only to drift back into the fountain as though gravity is different here. The sound is soothing, not rushing, not loud, but a soft, steady rhythm, like the heartbeat of the universe. Droplet shooting star. The bird of dreams circles gracefully, its feathers now glowing brighter than ever, as if it too belongs to this celestial sanctuary. It perches on the fountain's edge and sings a note so pure that the flowers bow gently, their petals swaying in respect. The child wanders through the garden, touching petals that release soft sparks of light, inhaling the calming fragrance of eternity. Every step feels like floating, every breath like drinking peace. Here, in the celestial garden, the child realizes they are not just in a dream, they are inside the universe's heart, where beauty and stillness live forever. Milky Way cherry blossom. The journey home. As the child rests in the celestial garden, surrounded by flowers of starlight and fountains of constellations, they begin to feel a gentle tug, not urgent, not rushing, just a soft reminder that every dream eventually leads back home. Milky Way sparkles. The bird of dreams flutters down, perching on the child's shoulder. Its feathers glow with a golden light, warmer now, like the rising of a gentle dawn. It tilts its head, as if to say, "You have seen what you needed to see." It is time to rest in peace, to carry these dreams with you, crescent moon dizzy. Slowly, the stars around the garden begin to dim, not fading into darkness, but softening into a silvery haze. The glowing petals fold like sleepy eyelids, the fountain hums a final lullaby, and the grass of moonlight ripples one last time. The child closes their eyes, feeling the calm wrap around them like the softest blanket. Herb person in bed. When they open their eyes again, they are no longer in the celestial garden. Instead, they are back in their own cozy bed, tucked in safely, the night quiet and kind around them. Yet something lingers, the whispers of the flowers, the glow of the nest, the steady strength of the ancient oak. The child knows that the dream will always remain with them, a hidden light within. Cherry blossom Milky Way. The bird of dreams is gone, but its warmth rests in the child's heart. They smile softly, close their eyes once more, and drift into the deepest, most peaceful sleep, knowing that the dream coaster will always return when they need it. The night holds them gently, and the dream world hums on, forever waiting. Crescent moon ZZZ sparkles.